Hello, San Marino Community Church. This is Reverend Jeff O'Grady. You know, there's a verse of scripture in Ecclesiastes that says, "For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven." We've certainly been in an unusual season in 2020 with this pandemic, with the issues of racism throughout the country, an election year, presidential election year. So it's been an unusual season for us. It's also a new season. This is, for me personally, a transition as well. I've turned 65 this year, and I've decided that it's time to retire. These plans were made prior to the development of the pandemic. Lynn and I have purchased a home in Nashville, Tennessee, to be closer to our children and grandchildren that live in the South. And we have every intention of retiring and spending much more time in the lives of all three of our children and our 5 grandchildren. So I plan to retire effective on or before June 1st, 2021. We need to get through this particular season of the pandemic together before that happens. So I'm alerting you now and notifying the church session about my plans so that there's a long runway for the church to be able to plan accordingly for the transition in leadership. The church is in a good, solid financial position. It has a great ministry team. We've worked exceedingly well together, creatively and resourcefully during this pandemic. And so I know the church is in a strong place, and it's a good time for this transition. We also have implemented a variety of changes. This pandemic has catapulted us into the future in a very significant way. I'm grateful that the session has made the decision to invest in technical resources that will allow us to live stream worship into the future. And I anticipate that all of those decisions and that entire process of construction will be completed before I leave. It thus positions the church in a very effective way for planning for its future, opens up possibilities and opportunities for the church and the officers of the church to lead into the future. What things will look like post-COVID are yet to be determined, but we've got a strong ministry team, talented young people, and you'll be in great hands. I want to thank the San Marino Community Church. These past 15 years have been some of the best of my life. We've developed great friendships throughout the congregation. We have great experiences that we've shared together. And so I'm grateful for the grace and the love that you've shown me as I've grown into the role of your pastor. It's been one of the greatest privileges of my life to be your pastor. So thank you for the trust that you've placed in me. Lynn and I look forward to investing in our children and grandchildren in the future. This stay-at-home order, the social isolation, has made it even more difficult for us to be separated from those we love dearly. And so we look forward to a time of being able to be more involved in their lives and to provide support for these parents who are juggling working at home and homeschooling as well as being parents. So I want you to be aware of these plans. Again, not until June 2021, on or before that date. And I look forward to the next several months with you. We have much more to worship. We look forward to the time when we'll be able to physically gather again for worship and for celebration of these past 15 years. San Marino Community Church, you are indelibly inked into our hearts, and we will be eternally grateful to God for the years that we have spent here with you. And I look forward to being able to greet you personally in the coming months. Thank you.